using number line to solve addition and subtraction of integers. You have to draw your number line. Then when you finish drawing your number line, they have to indicate the center by 0. Then the right side of 0 are positive integers. So let's say here positive integers. Then the left side of 0 are negative integers. So let's say negative integers. So I always use maybe a human being like this. Like this. Then the person standing at point 0 at the center of it, looking at the positive direction. This is the positive direction. And the back of the person, that's the negative direction. Good. So you can use this number line to simplify integers. Let us see this question on the board. Now this number is negative 2. And then this one is operational sign, that's addition plus. And this number is positive 3. Good. Now let us use this integer by using number line to solve. Good. So all the time, the person standing 0, looking at the right direction. And anytime you see negative number like it, meaning that the person has to move backward. So this one is negative 2. So he will move backwards 2 steps. That's negative direction, 2 steps. So it will be 1 and 2. He has moved from 0 to this, because that's negative 2. Now we are moving on to the operational sign, which is plus or addition. And the rule says that addition, the person has to stand at the same point, but looking at the positive direction or forward. Now then the last number is positive 3. The meaning that the person has to move forward towards positive direction. 3 steps, okay? Yes. Good. Now let us count 1, 2, 3. Now the person landed at positive 1. Therefore, this integer, the answer is positive 1. Good. Now let us consider this example 2. Let's say 2 plus, let's say negative 3, and see. Good. Then when we finish, you bring the person to point 0, the center of it. When you are starting all the time, bring the person standing at point 0. Now the first number is positive 2. Then it means you move forward 2 steps. 1, 2. Then the person will come and stand here. Good. He has moved from 0 to stand at positive 2. Now, you consider the second, the operational sign, which is positive, that's plus. Good. Now, the rule says that plus, the person has to stand the same place, they're looking at the positive direction, that's forward. So that's the same. Now, let us move on to the next number, which is negative 3. Now the negative 3, the person has to move backwards. This is the negative direction and this is the positive direction. So the person has to move backwards 3 steps backwards. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. The person landed at negative 1. Therefore, negative 1 is the answer. Now let us consider subtraction of integers. Now let us use number line to simplify these integers. Let's say example 1. -2 minus -3. Now, when we finish, we bring the person to stand at point 0, looking at the positive direction. Good. Now the first number is -2. So the rule says that it has to move backwards 2 steps. So you move from here, let's count 1 and 2. So the person has moved from 0 to stand at point -2. Now move on to the operational sign, which is minus. Now minus, the rule says that the person has to stand at the same position but looking at the negative direction. That's the backwards of the person. This is the negative direction, this is the positive direction. Because of this operational sign minus, the person has to turn to look at the negative direction as the backwards of the person. So the person has now turned to look at the negative direction. Good. Now the next number is -3. And the rule says that negative means moving backwards. Good. Now the person's face is looking at this. Now this is the back of the person. Therefore, the person has to move towards this direction because this is the back. 3 steps. So let's count from here. 1, 2, 3. That is, the person rounded at positive, let's say 1. So positive 1 is answer here. Now let us consider maybe example 2 under subtraction of integers. 2 minus -3. That's positive 2 minus -3. Good. So when we finish, we bring the person to point 0 because we are starting new question. Now this number is positive 2. So positive 2 meaning moving forward, positive direction, 2 steps. So 1, 2. The person is now standing at 2. Good. Now the operational sign is minus. So minus means the person has to turn to look at the negative direction. So the person must look here, this direction. So you turn by standing at the same place or the same point. So turn the face like this. Good. Now the next number is -3. So -3 moving backwards 3 steps. Now the person is looking at this. This is the back of the person. So the person has to move backwards 3 steps. So let us count 1, 2, 3. So the answer is positive 5. Good. Now let me use a number line on the floor to demonstrate this simple integers. Good. So, Michael, come. Come. Let's say, let's addition of 20. Good. Now let me demonstrate. So let's say -4 plus, let's say, -2. Now look at this boy, always